And we are live. What's up, Facebook, YouTube, Piranha Ponders, all my piranhas? What's going on with you guys?
What it do?
Welcome to the Piranha Pond StreamCast live at 5 on Facebook and YouTube Live. I'm your host, Kingfish Mac, along with my cohort,
None
Mr.
flyer in the building. How y'all doing out there?
That's right. Today we starting to pond off. We want to come in. We want to come in at 5 o'clock. We're starting a little late. I have a little technical difficulties trying to bring the rest of the crew in. We didn't want to have you guys just sitting up looking at a blank screen,
Oh yeah,
talking about what happened to the live. Where's the piranha pond? So me and Nunflyer, we are definitely here in the house,
in the building.
trying to make it happen, Gavin.
Yeah, man. Hopefully they pop up soon. But we in the building. They go. Hey, somebody pop off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Hey, Nick
saying?
Nass in the
Nick
building. What's
Nass
up,
is in
baby
the
Oh yeah, man. I
boy?
have to go to a
building.
remote location.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I might have to move around again.
bro, you know what I'm saying? We live at 5, man. Whatever happens, happens, right?
That's
We
how it
are
pop off when you go live.
right. We ain't trying
Live
to
at
make no
5.
we're not trying to make no quick cut edits. We're not trying to clean up no background shit. Whatever happens in your life is what's happening on the broadcast because we are live, most
That's
definitely.
what
What's
live
happening with you
means.
though, Nick Knapp?
We all the way live.
Nick, can you
No,
hear me?
I said nothing about it. Damn.
Nick Nass, can you hear me?
I might have to move around again.
Yep, I guess
Yeah,
that mean no.
yeah, we can hear you good, but I guess you can't hear us. We can hear you
Wow.
and we can see you.
I tell you what, the woods, boy, the woods.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, we're gonna have to
We're gonna
get you
find a
around.
signal.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you around some wired
Make it crack
fi.
though. Make it crack.
Some wired fi. Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on with the mermaid. She said she was on her way, so she probably got caught up and trying to log in. It doesn't matter. We are live, and we will be here for our cohorts and anybody else that want to jump in. Holler at us, and we will try to make it happen. Me and None Flyer today.
Yes, sir.
So how was your
Y'all
weekend,
have
bro?
to excuse me, bro. I'm rolling my blunt right now. You know. But my day was an average day, man. Work. And here for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Here for the people.
That's right.
Average Monday. Everyday shit for everyday folks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I've been chilling the whole weekend, man, trying to make it happen. I jumped on. I jumped on live the other night, late night. I think it was Saturday night. I jumped on and just to see what was going on, whether or not we could use this app that we're using right now, and how it would work out. But I ended up being on by myself. But shit, this looks like it's working really cool. You know what I'm saying? We got to get Nick Nas up around some solid Wi-Fi. He up in the woods and shit, trying to depend on iPhone technology or whatever the fucking shit, right? Nah, man,
That's
it's crazy
crazy.
as fuck, right? Not to, it ain't like putting his business out there because he'll tell you this shit himself. But this guy's where he's at. There is no, Spectrum and AT&T and that kind of shit, right? So they kind of depend on a couple of different services. The service that will provide him uh, with enough upload and download speed to be kind of half-ass technical, enough megabytes per second. The price is outlandish, and the wired fi that comes, to his area, we're not even sure if it can come to where he lives at. Right? There ain't no telephone poles. There ain't no fucking. There ain't no landline telephones in the house. So everything comes in off the satellite. And that satellite be crowded as shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So they try to charge your arm or a leg. We might have to put it together, man, and get them something solid because, as my boy is an integral part of the show. We can't be doing this without him.
Man, he's
Too
a
often.
whole third of the whole third, the 33rd and the third
The
from the third.
33rd and the third of the third.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for sure. Hey, just let me know when to go,
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, you and I, me specifically, I'm pretty much loaded up for bear, to go at 5 o'clock, because I really don't have too much, else to do but to prepare. But just to keep it real and G in the field, everybody else has something else going on, and they kind of trying to put, stop their lives or whatever, to come holler at you guys at 5 o'clock to chop it up on some real live shit. So I'm kind of the only one that's just always there, always accessible, what I'm saying, and always available to do some other shit. So bear with us. You know what I'm saying? We rolling and we trying to bring it to you guys, what I'm saying, live and direct.
Hey, yeah,
What's
man.
up, Nick? We got you back. We got you back, Nick. Can you hear us? Okay, Nick, we can see you. We can't.
Okay, well, and then,
And then there were two. And then there were fucking two.
Yeah,
Right,
man, we grinds to get it in for y'all, man. We enjoy doing this. I know I do, and I know the crew does too. I don't speak for myself. I know I speak for everybody when I tell you we enjoy doing this. Feels good being able to communicate with you folks, man. You know what I'm saying? And then communicating with all the folks. So appreciate everybody watching, man. Liking and subscribing and supporting and all that good shit. Love y'all for that. Now I'm smoking.
Yeah, me too. Excuse me, guys. I'm just trying to send the mermaid a message. She just hit me up. She's trying to get in the room. For some reason, it's not letting her in. I'm sending it again.
So how many of my people out there ready for them Lakers to go get another ring? How about that? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, man. How about that?
We already knowing, man.
Them boys is looking good, man. Injuries aside, it's gonna be a hell of a playoff series this year. It's gonna be a nice purple and gold year. And then the Dodgers gonna do it again. And we back. Hey, there she go. God damn it.
Hey,
What's
the
that?
problem is I'm trying to do it from my computer, so I don't have a link to enter StreamYard from my laptop.
Computer.
But I'm cool. I'm broadcasting from my phone. We can do that today.
Okay, well, we'll work out that.
We're gonna work out the logistics. We good with that though. I just can't. You gotta promote it. Share it on my page because I can't. Because I'm on here.
Okay.
Hey y'all.
Turn your phone to the side. We can get a better picture of you.
Let's see.
Boop. Oh man.
She turned her phone to the side and disappeared.
And it went out. Yeah. Share.
You know what the dope thing about doing it remotely is? Not having to wear a goddamn mask. How about that?
Hold on.
Okay.
Blam, there she go. Back in the billing.
All right, let me share the broadcast to your page.
Okay.
All right, Shell. It should be sharing to your page. I'm gonna share it to
Cool.
your page too, Frank.
Y'all share it up. Sharing is caring.
And I'm gonna share it to Nick page too.
All right.
And we'll all
Sharing is
be good.
caring, and I
Where
don't
is
mean
it?
like the white girl.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Nass is experiencing connectional
Technical
difficulties.
technical difficulties.
I tried to make up a word. It was gonna
All
be
right.
fresh if I could have landed it though.
Yeah, I know.
It was gonna be
Just to
him if
let
I
you
could have
know.
landed it though.
Just to let you know, I don't know if I'm coming off as staticky, but I'm getting a lot of static on my side. Am I coming off as being staticky?
No, you come off good, but Nick was having the same problem.
Okay.
I wonder
Okay.
why you
Oh,
can't
let's roll.
copy clipboard. So what happened when you put that link in your browser?
It said oops error. But we'll figure out the logistics later. I'm good like this. Let's deep dive it.
Okay,
I'm
well,
already late.
we in the game. All right. Let's see how we're gonna start this. I'll tell you how I start this. I'll put this up. Can you see that?
Hey, but wait. Everybody
Wait.
waiting. Look, you got enough people to do a proper introduction now. You can't just
We
start
good.
the show without introducing people.
Okay. I'm cool with that. How you guys doing? For those of you who missed the first introduction, we 3 deep now.
We good.
Yeah.
I am the Kingfish Mac. Welcome to the Piranha Pod StreamCast Live at 5. I'm joined by my cohorts, my piranhas in the pond, Mr. Nun Flyer. How you doing today, brother?
I'm all types of chilling, man. Again, chilling.
That's what I'm talking about. And also in the pond, we got the mermaid with us, Miss Nick Mo. How you doing today, Shell? Oh, she froze on us.
Hey, it's
Oh no,
Oh, there
Monday.
you
shit.
Just
go.
want
There
to
you
get
go.
it in.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. We got you. And Nick Nass will be in and out because he's trying to find him some decent Wi-Fi. So it's all good. All right, we're 15 minutes in, so let's go on and put the top. I'm gonna put the topic up, and then we can chop it up. Okay, so let me load this up right there. Y'all can look at my Instagram, what was popping this morning. And let me read this to y'all. It says 50 Cent made clear he harbors no ill will towards Diddy after the fellow music star Ward was seen holding hands with his ex Daphne Joy, who he shares a child with. The 45-year-old reacted to an Instagram post about a reported pair after they were snapped in Miami last week holding hands. The If I Can't rapper wrote, "Nah, me and Puff fight over business shit. If he liked the girl, he liked the girl. I don't give a fuck." And so the question of the day is, and I should put it up there, when is it ever cool to date your ex's friend, enemy, business associate, somebody they know from the past, or anything like that? Who want to start?
I can.
Well, go
So
ahead on, brother.
I'm
And look,
I don't.
Frank, hold up.
Yeah.
While he's starting, check the chat. I sent you something. Go ahead,
Oh, I
Frank.
can't check. Oh, so I guess it would depend on the closeness of the people in terms of are they friends, just associates? You know what I'm saying? Like that matters. If it's my dogs, then it's never a time. I mean, because shit, there's a whole type of other shit going on. 9 times out of 10, we only got the same type of taste. You know what I'm saying? So that's never an issue in those terms. At least with me. But in terms of time, if it's my dog, one of my niggas, my roadies, my bros, never a time. Never. Any other dude that a nigga just know through passing or whatever, nigga, small world. Nigga, we all grew up around the same area. Fuck with the same folks. So, can't be mad at that type of shit. that's me.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to like kind of go with Frank on that. Uh, in the end, the end just to justify the means. I've had it happen to me before, and I didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't know going into it, but once you find out that bit of information, you need to decide right there on if you just gonna. I'm gonna say ultimately, if you're just gonna be a better friend. Uh, this was someone that I did not talk to on a daily, but I still consider her one of my BFFs. You always hear females saying that. In all intents and purposes, she is. She was a very part of my high school experience, and stuff like that. So, it's all kind of love for her. Again, a lot of females, you don't have to talk every day to consider yourself still really, really cool. So I didn't know that tad bit of information. I wasn't even living in that same town. But again, I think and if it's innocent, it's innocence. But when you find out that particular information, you have to decide right then and there what you're gonna do with it. Either and it's hard though, because sometimes you're in a position where you kind of feel like, well, maybe, I really like this person and I kind of want to see where it goes, depending on how far y'all kind of got into the relationship. But again, what I found out that the ends doesn't really justify the means. The relationship didn't pan out. So again, I think it's, sometimes it's not in the beginning of it, but it's when you find out that information, you kind of have to make a decision right there on what you're gonna do with it, how you gonna roll with it. Either you gonna let it burn, or you just gonna be good with letting that burn.
Mm. Well, my my position is, well, first, let me just say this. My position uh, is that I'm never gonna get out like that, right? Um, like like any
Right.
any any friends of my ex, and we had some dealings with one another or whatever. She knows that I was with old girl back in the past or whatever. Um, I'm gonna look at it like if she's trying to fuck with me on that level, then um, it really ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the other chick. You know what I'm saying? Because just in terms of just having somebody, why would you seek me out? It was something that you felt at the time. You know what I'm saying? That you was kind of hiding from the other girl or whatever. My girl at the time, or it was you got some larceny for her, because if we was just on some friend shit and I was just your friend's dude, and you saw me later in the game, regardless of what was going on with me and your homegirl at the time, or your enemy, or whatever the scenario is with you and the other girl, um, you should just look at me as just like a nigga that you just know. You know what I'm saying? From here, let me see if I can bring you in.
We had her twice, and then she was gone.
There we
There she
go.
go.
There we go.
All right, fellas.
Back in the building. Now we're in the building.
So yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it like, if you see me in the game somewhere, right? You know me from, I used to be your homegirl's dude, or I used to be the chick who you don't fuck with dude, right? And you getting at me on that level, I'ma already feel like you on some bullshit, right? That you're not authentically, trying to get at me because you just like me. That you carrying into that baggage, right? That's the first thing. Um, but let's just say I'm wrong, right? And or let's just say, shit, I was feeling her too at the time, right? But she was taboo, because I got a girl or whatever the scenario is. Now, oh, here goes Nick. Nick, you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We all in the game.
All right.
So now that we see one another, you still have to address the fact that this other person is kind of living in the relationship rent free. You know what I'm saying? If you don't address it, then it's gonna eat you up because you're gonna always be looking at some comparison or another, right? What happened with this person in the past versus what's going on right now. Now to look at it from the other way, and this is how I always look at it, because I rarely come across the scenario where, some chick that knows my ex is trying to, holler at me. Uh, but more would come is some chick that used to fuck with my guy and don't fuck with him no more, sees me in the game, and oh, what's up, K Mac? You know what I'm saying? And in those scenarios, your ass is totally and completely taboo, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not gonna think of you in them terms, not on no hit and run shit, nothing, because my relationship is with my guy. It's with my nigga. You know what I'm saying? My relationship is not with you, no matter how bomb your shit is, right? And so my loyalties is going to have to be reflected of, where my relationships lies. So if the question, let's say if I just stepped over that line and knocked her back out right quick one night and never seen her again, if that ever came up as an issue, a question between me and my nigga, no matter how he's going to be able to react outwardly, in his mind, he's got to say to himself, damn, you couldn't find no other chick to fucking stick your shit in? Like, it had to be her. You couldn't say no to this piece right here. And right? Like, this wasn't no, hit and run scenario, no random chick. This was my baby mama or some shit like that, right? So I'm never going to put my nigga in the scenario where he has to question, like, damn, if this nigga do me like this over some coochie, what will he do, over some money, like some real money, or, some fucking life or death, or, choosing to tell the fucking police on my ass or ride out this 10 years with me. You feel what I'm saying? And me and my niggas, we ain't never in that scenario, right? Ever. What you think, Big
Ever.
You think it's ever okay to mess with your ex chick's friend, enemy, business associate, just anybody that she knows from y'all past?
No. Absolutely not. Because what I'm saying, nobody's getting invited over to Thanksgiving dinner and feel all awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's like that'll never, ever, ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like it's not even in the masses conversation or in the point that y'all making right now. Do like bigger. Oh, did he? You know what I'm saying? Like he's really it's like it's
Right.
Yeah,
that's the one
Diddy
thing.
got, Diddy got priors. He got priors like a big dog. Diddy don't give a
but
fuck.
but that's the thing that people are accustomed to. That's a lifestyle that they're accustomed to.
That's what I was
So
saying.
and it doesn't actually speak for the masses because when you in real life situation, it's like nowadays it's about your views and your content. So if that makes you above the rest, uh, you know, good luck to you. But we know as across the masses that situation for moral people, it's not a good look.
Yeah, again, like I said, the ends doesn't really justify the means. Like I said again, and you know, and I guess it really depends on what you figure your definition of friend is. But again, like my immediate girl, hell to the no. No, 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 no. We deal with too many other real issues in life to let that be a factor. And if anything, I think I pride myself that we pride ourselves is that most of us don't even have really like the same taste in men. So very seldom does that kind of be a problem with like I'll just say like my immediate crew, because normally, I know you, you know me, we know you. But in the instance to where it's like someone that was way, way, way far in their past and you didn't know it, then again, it comes to play like when you get that information. I could say with them it's gonna definitely be a no. Again, like I said, this encounter I had was that I didn't know, and stuff like that. And but again, like I said, once you find out, information is extraordinary. Once you find out, you gotta make a decision right then and there
on how you gonna handle that, how you gonna handle the situation. Why? Because the shit can get real bad real quick.
Yeah. But like my
And
mama said,
And even if it's somebody that, that I didn't, may not associate on the regular, in my heart, I still consider her that type of friend. So I would just say at the end of the day, I should have just took the L and been a better friend about it. Because again, to me, most of the times, the end don't justify the means. You don't end up being forever with that person. And there's a few scenarios to where you could be like, oh yeah, it was true love, but show me them.
yeah.
show me that.
But like my
Show me that scenario.
But like my mother says, she said if the first two didn't work out, what make you think it's gonna work out with you? You know what
Now,
I'm
for
saying?
instance, too, for conversation's sake, let's weigh in on a celebrity couple that kind of is working out. You know, Matt Barnes' ex, she's with Derek Fisher, and for all intents and purposes, that shit is really working out. They have been together for some years. They've gotten to the point to where they've squashed their personal beefs, and the kids are together. For all intents and purposes, they doing family functions. But that shit was intense in the beginning, and it was very public in the beginning.
I don't know. I think Matt Barnes might look at it from a different point of view.
Well,
because I heard him talk
don't
about
get
it
me
too.
wrong.
Though Matt Barnes ain't tripping that shit.
Is working out
At
now,
least outwardly,
but
he ain't tripping that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done heard you speak on it too. Outwardly, he ain't tripping that shit. Now I don't know if he holding that shit on the innards, but I know outwardly, he like, yeah, man, it's cool, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying, like tripping. Fuck that shit.
I don't know. I think I kind of get the impression that Matt Barnes is on some shit like I need to be cool. Number one, I moved on from the chick, right?
Right.
Him and Gloria Velez or whatever her name is, right? They had a real fucked up divorce, you know what I'm saying, and the shit that was going on at the time. And then for that scenario to transpire. Now, I think that what he's on is I'm past her, and my kids dig Derek as that father figure in the house type of shit, right? So I'm gonna get over my personal feelings about the shit, right? For what's better for everybody, all the way included.
Wow.
But I don't think that he's okay with it.
Right. But that's a grown man shit to do, though.
Same way that any one of us. Here, let me give you a perfect example, right? So because of the persona that I've projected for the last 30 years or whatever, and the unorthodox nature of the relationships that I've been in, a lot of people who come around me on a regular basis assume that when it comes down to people in my past, my baby mamas and ex chicks that's still around or whatever, that I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with them, so it don't matter if you do, right? And I understand where they get that from, right? I understand, the whole idea and concept of thinking that it would be okay. But however, it ain't, right? I really be feeling some kind of way. And I've been in a scenario where, a cat that, I'm dealing with on a regular basis, like you part of the crew or whatever, and we drunk. And this nigga just says some shit like, yeah, okay, man, I know you don't give a fuck about your baby mama, man, but I sure want to hit. And I'm like, damn, really? And you would say that to me in a manner that you are assuming that I'm not tripping. Now, here's the funny part of it, the flip side. As a street nigga, right? Not just as no regular black man or urban black man or nothing like that, but just as a nigga in these streets, I almost have an obligation not to trip. Feel what I'm saying? There is no correct scenario where I could be like, nigga, you trying to hit my baby mama? Nigga, what kind of nigga is you? There's never that scenario where I'm allowed to really, you know what I'm saying, voice an objection about that. If you put it out there, that is so much more important for you to stab than it is for you, you know what I'm saying, to maintain any kind of loyalty with me. Now, I'm not talking about my inner circle because my niggas know better, right?
Right.
But somebody will fuck with me, you know, on a semi, you know, regular basis. You see me in the streets, on the block, you know, we interacting, doing business together or whatever. We hanging out, smoking, drinking, but you really, really don't know me. You just kind of know them stories that you heard about K-Mac from the last 20 years or whatever. You would have the impression, and especially since I don't fuck with my baby mamas like that at all. Like, really, at all, right? Everybody knows. So it's kind of like assumed I'm not gonna give a shit, but I do.
Because
Well,
this
But
let me
is
see,
your
that's only
house.
motherfuckers that don't know though. Like you said,
let,
they
and,
don't deal with you like that. They just deal with you, you know, like that. So
and
But
let
the
me
thing is,
that's why they would even have the gall to even say some shit like that. Because nigga, at the end of the day, what? The fuck you talking about? Fuck you mean, nigga?
but the
now
thing
let
is
me
that.
ask this.
Man.
Go ahead.
Let me ask this. Is
Yes,
there okay, ex-friend, BFF, girlfriend, that's all fine and dandy? Are we saying that there's a distinction in this to where you make the elevation to I'm gonna mess with your ex-wife or I'm gonna mess with your baby mama, somebody you procreated with? Or those two, from a man's point of view, are those totally two different levels, or is it kind of but still the same playing field?
well, let
It's
me
the
address
same
it
thing.
first.
Okay.
Okay.
So from my point of view, right? You know, when I say baby mama and somebody says wife, it's the same thing. And
Okay.
it's not even so much about having a child with a person. It's really just about the level of the relationship that I was in with that person, right? Like, you knew this was my girl. Everybody knew that it was K-Mac and Whoopty Whoop. You feel what I'm saying? And now
Mhm.
we are at an end, right? And so now you take it upon yourself to try to build, say you like what it was that she brought to the relationship with me. You like the way she got down or whatever the fuck it was, right? And so now you have the opportunity to get at her and try to enjoy some of that shit for yourself, right? Or bring that into the relationship to help you make yourself a whole person, whatever the fuck niggas tell themselves when they want to fuck their homeboy's girl, right? So now this is what you're telling yourself, and I'm saying
Mhm.
that can't ever be as important as the relationship between me and the guy, right?
Mhm.
So it almost takes it off because we kind of pose the question as I'm in a relationship with, you know, Marla, and me and Marla break up, and then Marla's sister is trying to get at me, or whoever, right? Her cousin, her homegirl, whoever, right? Who knows that I mess with Marla. But I think kind of what it kind of turns into is, um, you know, whether or not um, you would mess with somebody who messed with your friend, because you don't have no loyalty really to the ex-girlfriend.
No, see, that's just it. I didn't even get the answer from that side though.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, bro.
No, I was just saying, I ain't never like tripped that shit. I think that most women that I've dealt with whose friends know me are probably scared of the broad that I was dealing with. So
But
so I'm pretty
let's
much
get
running to that problem. Because
That
they don't
part.
want to
so
get
let's
beat up. So,
yeah.
you know.
So let's really
But if
get
there
down
was an
to
outside
bro,
chance that I ever fucked with a
bro.
punk bitch and her friends wanted me, I might take that chance. Cause you know, I don't like that bitch anyway. I ain't with her. That's her business.
Let me
But
tell you, I got
most of the women that I've dated have always been the alphas, man. Like
right.
they didn't fuck
I
around.
got, I
They
got
didn't fuck
three
around.
tough skins in my history too, right?
You know what I'm
That
saying?
made
Like
it
they didn't fuck around.
into the street, right? So,
Sigma female,
None of their
Sigma
friends wanted
females.
no
But
proline. They want no proline.
you know, yeah. But the elephant in the room is as as a
hold on, elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is the Sigma female. That's who. That's
Right, right, right.
I love it.
My
Yes,
God.
yes, you got a little
Sir. Go
You
ahead,
know what I'm
though,
saying?
Nick. I'll learn about the elephant in the room.
It's the thing is, it's like over the masses, right? That people want to be a part of your life when they see from the outside looking in, right? So any little part they get to do to step into your zone because they see how you roll, right? It's so enticing that they would throw everything out the window to get a piece of that feel good, you know. So in that whole part, it's like, do you blame them because we are such people that they want to gather around because everybody's always talking about it? It's like Cheers. When we walk in, everything stops. You know what I'm saying? And everybody want to know your name. You know what I'm saying? That's the essence that we carry, right? And so the people around her, they're like, oh, that's your. Well, if you go have a conversation with her, so far be because you like you said, Matt, that our life was a walking movie. People would want to see some receipts on that, but it's receipts, but we don't choose to go back and retrieve them.
Right.
You know, so it's like the story is of grandeur, right? So all these Hollywood people, all these uh, so-called master relationships or certified relationships to make moves financial in financial ways, right? It's kind of a messed up storyline because what you throw all that out the window to accomplish dating that one person. Are they really what they made of? You know what I'm saying? Because like the other day, that what we said, it's like, what are you willing to put up with?
That's right. That's
But
right.
see, at the end of the day, I would hold some type of reservation because, you know, if you if if it's just about that, we don't have to be in any type of intimate relationship for you to be in my aura, for you to get what I got to give in that essence. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to be in no type of physical relationship, man. You still the homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. You can come hang, smoke, get some of this radiation or whatever. So I don't think you have to be intimate to get that, for me anyway. So if if a broad that was supposed to be my girls or ex-girls homegirl pushing issues like that, I would be more on the lines of what Mac would be on, like, bitch, I know it ain't about me because nigga, you know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah,
have to do that to hang out with me.
Right.
You know what
but
I'm saying?
but
So
they do.
I would have some type of reservation. Like, I'd be like, yeah, slime me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it don't even matter.
You ain't got a lot to
you
kick it.
You know what I mean?
know,
Like, that's
and
crazy. Yeah, all you gotta
but
do is hang out, man. Just do what you've been doing. Like, why would you have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
but there's some people get into survival mode. Okay, my dude that was papered up fell off, so I'm gonna make myself accessible to all the other people that they roam around with, and we made it okay to relationship jump to friendship jump. Or I had a conversation one time. I want to see what's on your mind. So I both parties are actually guilty, and no regular people just don't do that because you're gonna go to somebody's mama house, and I'm not gonna sneak around hopping in and out of cars and running through alleyways and jump into your window like I'm the fire department. You know what I'm saying? Talking about let's hide this because we don't want nobody. Because after that, who you got something to prove to?
Right.
Like
Right.
I'm saying, who do you have to answer to but yourself and God? You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's the whole thing. Because you try to put yourself in position to stay papered up. That's like Dr. Dre's wife. Man, $2 million a month, whatever outrageous fictitious number that man might not have, but in the public eye, he got that. So to make her lifestyle comfortable. So who's the next dude that's gonna step up his homeboy to get to that bread? Or she gonna be excluded from the whole thing? Like nobody gonna talk to you because you Dre's girl, and he got it like that. I think in the street,
And
especially
speaking
she
on
yelled
the
him.
celebrities, though, I think that in those circles, there is no respect in that aspect because they all seem to fuck with the same broads,
Yeah,
regardless.
there's no
You know what I'm
loyalty
saying? Like,
amongst these.
they don't have that respect for each other that we have. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should never happen. I'm gonna give a fuck how many bras. It's way too many of these bras for me to be fucking behind you two dudes. You know what I'm saying? Or any of my niggas because
So,
they're out there.
so along that level, let me ask you this. Uh, well, fuck it. I'm putting shade on. I don't give a fuck. So Holly Berry, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
What would you think? It's kind of unfair for Shell, but what would you guys think about Holly Berry? And Let me think of somebody who would be like a Holly Berry. That would be a man. Um,
Why don't you let the lady pick? That would be hard for you. How could you
yeah, I
even
know. So,
quantify
so,
that?
so what I'm saying is somebody who in the industry, right, and has
Mm-hmm.
famously been through a series of famous, uh, you know, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So like Halle Berry, we all know her history, the Eric
Mm-hmm.
Benets and the Wesley Snipes and
Mm-hmm.
David
the
Justice is and
David Justices and what's
yeah,
the boy's name? The pretty motherfucker from New Jack City
Christopher
that I never
Williams.
liked anyway. The
Yeah,
Albie
Christopher
Christopher
Shore.
Williams. Yeah, nah,
Oh, I
Christopher
thought
right,
that
Williams.
would be sure.
Yeah, Olivia
I'll be
Martinez.
sure it's a skinny
Yeah.
Christopher Williams with a
right.
unibrow.
So we know that her, and this is not really shaming her because that's her history, right? We know her history, and as fans, generally nobody does any questioning in terms of um, judging her, nor judging these niggas that all know each other. That was like, damn, Halle Berry's free now, nigga. She don't fuck with whoop de whoop no more. Oh man, I'm gonna push up on that. Now I don't know what the male equivalent would be of that. Shell, who would that
Mm.
be?
To hear?
We waiting
Uh-uh.
on
Can you
you,
hear me,
Mo.
Shell?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
We looking for the male equivalent to Holly Berry. Who would that be to you?
Oh shit, man. Now I gotta think about it. And
Just
I would
somebody
think,
who's been in a bunch of famous relationships with famous chicks.
um, uh,
Just throw one out there. Just come on.
and that ain't running through my mind right now. But I get where you're going with it, so just keep going with it.
Okay, so all right. Well, we'll just stick with Halle Berry then. So
Okay.
what would you guys' outlook or be on her as well as
Keen to say Nick
Cat?
Cannon. And yes,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
Okay,
deep
yeah,
Nick
dive
Cannon.
into
There
this.
you
This
go.
motherfucker
Booyah.
who have to have
Right
a
on.
baby with everybody.
Right
He,
on.
and most importantly, they all good with the situation, and more than one have had more than one recently. So
I
yeah,
mean,
let's
Wow.
deep
okay,
okay.
let's go.
So going from that angle, Nick Nass, what do you think about Halle Berry? And what do you think about the niggas that have messed with Halle Berry who know each other?
It's wrong. Completely wrong. Because the thing is, what she got, I think she's so far up the food chain of, getting to the elite, saying to that elite level, whatever every man's dreaming about or get with, um, somewhat in that industry, right? But I would say it's damaged goods because it's nowhere in the world that you could actually come into that and iron it out and deal with all these different personalities and they everybody's cool. Just like you said earlier, Mac. It's like it's a no go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like live your life, find a way to humble yourself, and find some strength inside yourself. Because I would I would I would think that the mass is like, what are you searching for to make you happy? Like where are you really at in your life through all this time? And you actually put yourself out there still. Like I'm pretty sure that. So let me let me bring it back. Right? Money can't buy you love. A person's status can't make you cool in life. So you could travel to Rio, billionaires, whatever, but you're still the same person anyways that you made of. That's your true life. So tell the truth about things and what I'm saying? Say, well, I'm still floating, I want to enjoy me. So other than that, no, it's not cool to they all your friends and it's a big group of dudes that just stand around, like you said, taking a shot of whiskey, talk about I had it one time some old color
dive.
purple shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you know
Sugar.
what though? But hold on,
Sugar.
because I want to play devil's advocate here, and just for
Okay.
Harry's sake. Uh, if okay, when you're famous and of a certain caliber, then every man knows you. But how? But I never saw a red that it was ever implicated that these men were actually friends. Wesley
Right.
Snipes, hold on. Wesley Snipes might have known David Justice because he's fucking David Justice, but I don't see where. I've never saw something that they were close personal friends and they hung. Again, Eric Benet is a superstar himself. I never so he might know David Justice and he might know Christopher Williams, but it don't mean that they cool. If she
Mm.
was dating, if she wasn't her and she was dating in private, then this would totally be acceptable. But because she's her and she's of the caliber she are, we can't say that. Like I said, I've never. Everybody, it's true. Everybody is always associated by nine degrees separation. We already know that that's true. But I've never seen personally that she dated people that were friends with the people. Actually, she's gone on the record to say that she don't date friends. So again,
Mm.
being famous is just it. You're famous, and your life is always out there. In the instance of Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes, they were fucking teammates, so they
Yeah.
knew each other. That's different for me. I mean, Olivier Martinez, who's a producer, he was not friends with Aubrey, the dude that she ultimately had her first kid for. So in
Mm.
retrospect, Hallie just might not be the best example because I don't see what these men are related. I just see that she's a superstar, and because she's a superstar, she's dating in the limelight, then it's high profile.
Yeah, cause she
I'm
she
We
had
could
caught
talk.
she had caught
We could
hell.
talk about. We could talk about Lori Harvey. She's a
what
young woman who's who's single, who should be
Hmm.
living her best life, but because she's Lori Harvey, everybody that she dates is always going to be plastered on social media. What
Oh,
does
under
she do?
scrutiny.
Does she date one guy and it didn't work and climb into a shell and just because I'm Lori Harvey, I and I'm Steve Harvey's daughter, stepdaughter, I can't date anybody else. The girl is what, maybe not even 22 years old. So I think you still have to live your life.
But see, this is
Yeah.
what I would say was you got to kind of liken it to bring it back to a personal perspective, like
Hmm.
high school. How many dudes from broads that you done dated for 2 months that you see hugging or holding hands with another nigga that you know but you don't know? That's over.
Right.
It's,
I think
you
it's
date what
totally
you were right.
different
You know
with
what I'm saying?
it
Like,
depends on the association.
yeah, everybody in that
Yeah.
you in your sector with them same folks all the time. When you in that circle, what else you gonna do? That's why you don't have too many of them going out messing with regular motherfuckers because they not in regular motherfucker circles. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
But
Those,
that take it back to what you said earlier. Uh, that is the part where, like, what are you actually made of? Because we had some situations where the dude comes back and asks me, it's like, man, what you do to her? I try to holler at her or whatever this, and she's like, no, I know you a weak dude by even coming to ask to holler at me, but he actually come back and said, man, Nick, what you do to her, man? Why she don't give a brother a chance? And I'm like, wow, because she's standing up for me and not falling for the weakness because she see that you simping right now. You know what I'm saying? And it actually puts you at a disadvantage. So that is the part where I think a lot of people have to cope with themselves. But you're right, Shell. It's like, we want to put them in the same boat, but it's all these different scenarios. It's just these different valuations. In this fraction, I hope people start realizing that we come together, stop asking these questions because they already got enough on their plate. They still trying to live life with somebody that they could find they could be balanced with. So that, yeah, I will hope that we'll put some healing energy out for those people that have to go through shit like this. For
Right.
you
real
know,
shit.
at the,
Yeah. But what I can say without a shadow of a doubt is that I'm not gonna go behind my family, and I'm not gonna go behind anybody that I consider a close personal friend. I mean, if we had just to say the things that are definitely just off limits of those. If
Mm,
you somebody that I might know by association, and I may end up dating somebody that you dated. First of all, I don't really know you,
right.
but if I
mm,
did consider you a person that I knew, then no. Once like I said again, things can start out very innocently, but it depends on what you want to do when you find out that type of information. For instance, let's just say this may not be somebody that you consider a close personal friend, but However, maybe they hang out in the same bar that you hang out in. Okay, and maybe y'all talk all the time because y'all see each other maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Okay, we might not talk outside that particular place that we sit down and we chop it up at, but again, when we're there, it's like cheers. We having a good time. So if
Yeah.
I find out through the grapevine that I possibly may have some interest in somebody that you dated, I think first of all, what you don't do is ignore the information. I think if you are somebody that I'm having a conversation with, then I do owe it to bring it to the conversation, bring it to the surface. I might say, hey, uh, you know, not to really just be putting all my business out, but hey, I heard that you may have associated with such and such. You know, he's somebody I might be dealing with right now. And I think at that moment, then y'all talk about things, and then y'all kind of make like I said, this might not be somebody that you talk to on the phone all the time. Oh, no, you don't talk to at all. You may just see this person in a particular place, but you know, again, like I said, I think it all depends on what you. At that point, it's a delicate situation. It depends on what you do when you find out that bit of information. Some people, like you said, some people be fucking, I don't care, but personally, I don't feel that people feel that way because I might not feel that way.
So,
Yeah,
so
what I think is, I think it's kind of a combination between what you saying, Shell, and kind of the guy's position, right? And
Mm-hmm.
first, let me say this, right? I think that what kind of comes into play is you have a tendency to defend uh, the 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 person in question, right? The Holly Berry or the Lori Harvey. You have a tendency to want to defend them against the idea or the image or the impression of them being some kind of hoe. And I don't think that's really what it is, right? I think that's what it is when it's a woman in that scenario and it's another woman looking at the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I think
oh,
what it more is about is uh, the fact that in my life, in my world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just make me let's make me David Justice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, let's make me Eric Benet, right? So
Okay.
put me in the middle and shit, right? So, but in my life, in my world, I'm a celebrity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of the whole Hollywood shit, the whole celebrity shit, right? Which includes music, sports, and media, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all these different kind of people are going to be functioning in that same bubble, right? Because any nigga that's from south of Wilshire, you probably don't know what that is, Shell, but from south of a particular borderline in Los Angeles, when you get to nigga town, as opposed to Beverly Hills and Hollywood, if you south of Wilshire, you're not going to be in those circles anyway, right?
oh, yeah.
So your entire life, right? Once you become one of the north of Wilshire people, right? I'm a celebrity, I'm famous no matter in what capacity. Then when I go out to the club, I'm going to be functioning around all the variety of people that are in, this bubble. And we all know each other, right? Whether we are friends or not, we all have to function in this atmosphere, right? So here's the first thing, right? As Eric Benet, I walk in the club with wife, my wife, and my wife is Halle motherfucking Berry, right? $20 million a movie, top box office, top female, everything. She is the shit, the
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce of her time, right? And you can't get no better than Holly Berry in terms of all the substantive things that she brings to the table as a wife, right? So I'm supposed to be, happy and proud. When I walk in the club and go in VIP, and instead of it being, oh shit, there go Eric Benet, damn, this nigga got Holly Berry. You got 3 niggas in there that say, "Oh man, I fucked this bitch, man. I had this bitch tied up." That. You know what I'm saying? Some real intimate, disrespectful, foul ass shit about your wife. And what women don't understand is that energy is transferred between men, especially if you are an alpha male or sigma male, as my guy would call us. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
So
You know what I'm saying?
if you that guy, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna feel that energy, even if it doesn't come directly from the motherfucker that it comes from, right? So no matter what, when you come in the room, right, amongst all the alpha males, and you come in with your wife, who's Halle Berry, somebody up in there is gonna be like, yeah, but you know, this bitch really wasn't all that. You know, Christopher Williams, you know, he busted the bitch in the head with a fucking telephone, and
You can't do it.
Snipes, you know, whooping. This bitch can't keep a man. What? She got to be the craziest motherfucker in the world. That's how niggas think. Y'all don't understand that that's how we think, because you kind of spend your time defending what you think is the offense. You feel what I'm saying? Talk about you being a hoe. We look. Let's dispense with the with the myth. Grown men don't fuck with virgins, man. We don't want no virgin chick, inexperienced chick, none of that shit in the bedroom, right? So if you got some experience, thank you. Thank you to the niggas before me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to know them.
Right. Like
some of you don't want them to know me.
Hold on. But that's just it in a nutshell. Where does the distinction between associations and friends? Because yes, okay, say I meet everybody associated with me because I might walk into a spot and they know me, but
Okay.
doesn't need to stop you from shooting your shot.
Okay, let me
I
ask
got a
you
perfect
this.
example.
Let me answer this, Nick, then you.
Mm-hmm.
So Shell, say you working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You in your job, and it's a chick that works at your job the shift after you, right? So y'all get to see each other. You know what I'm saying? You ain't friends. She know you. She know your name, what you do. You know her. But y'all ain't friends. And you ain't enemies, right? You're just
we're not enemies,
right? And the thing about it is that every day when you get off of work and she coming to work, and that little 15 minutes that y'all got to interact with one another, this is when your dude comes to pick you up from your job in your car. We're just gonna throw that in your shit.
Okay, but what you saying is that what you saying is she's seeing that though, right? So she knows.
She
that's
all
different.
this.
She knows.
No. So what I'm saying is, she ain't your friend. She don't owe you no fucking loyalty whatsoever, right? You guys ain't even like half-ass cool co-workers because you really don't work with each other. But she know you. And if she seen you in the club, she would know you and know where she know you from, right?
Right.
She also
that's the same thing I said about just kind of like.
So check this here. Check this here. You and your dude is on a fucking break.
Oh, the world famous break. See,
here we go.
And then Keena shit send you a fucking picture from the goddamn club.
Shout out to Keena saying, but we ain't friends, so it's free game. But go ahead, Keena. We ain't friends. No loyalty is free.
But look. So Keena send you a picture in real time. Like, look at this nigga right here. I know y'all on a break, but look at this nigga and look. And as soon as you see who he with,
I know I'm turning my head. Y'all don't worry about it. Go ahead.
As soon as you see the picture and you see who he with, your immediate reaction is, this bitch know this, my man.
Exactly.
How do you feel about that?
2 things for that. Respectfully. That's why I personally don't do breaks. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about this.
You never
If
break.
that's where you are, and we're going to walk away, then we're going to walk away. But I don't do breaks because I'm not gonna be able to deal with the shit that you did while you was on break. And respectfully, I wouldn't want you to deal with the shit that I did while I was on break. So
What
we're
if it's
gonna,
what
and
if
which
it's
is why when I move on, I think I said this the other day. I if you let me move on, you let me get over you, then the chances of me coming back to you are gonna be very, very slim. I will reduce you to a friend in a second. Smoke with
okay?
you,
So
drink with you,
he's
party with
letting
you.
you get,
But hold
he
on.
let
That
he
was
letting you.
that was just
Let,
the first. That was just
let,
the first
let me
thing.
just throw this in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let you out of that. So he letting you like, okay, fuck the you on the break, right?
Mm-hmm.
You getting on. He letting you get on.
Mm-hmm.
Day before yesterday.
Hmm. There you go.
Say it again. I didn't understand.
He letting you get on. Y'all getting on
Okay.
since day before yesterday.
Okay.
Officially.
So
Had
it's
the
fresh.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna be no get back. You need to
Okay.
go ahead on and find you something else to do. And his
Mm-hmm.
something else to do is this bitch that work with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sidelined you.
So secondly, uh, again, I'm kind of gonna relate it to the boy situation. No, I'm not gonna relate it to the boy situation. If you seeing that she's specifically seen somebody, she's seen him before. She's seen me associated
She
with
know
him.
who this is.
Okay. Again, like I said, I would think that she'd be woman enough to be like, hey, look, I met a guy the other night, and I know that this is the guy that you dealt with. I'm letting you know that we're conversating at this point. I like I said again, it's what you do when you find out the information. It's,
Well,
it's,
we
it's
get
how you take it from there. Now, what I would say is that, look, I'm not here to downplay nobody. You may be his true love because it seems like I wasn't. So I just wish you well with it. If I'm truly gonna wash my hands with you, then I gotta I gotta stand on that.
so let's
That is so
let's
sweet.
assume let yeah. So let's
And
assume
again,
For telling
Tina
you.
say, "Fuck her, we ain't friends."
What's the point? That's what I'm saying. What's the point of her even mentioning it to you then? You washed your hands
Yeah,
regardless. Oh,
Now
she
that's
mad.
what,
yeah.
what what that's what I'm saying. She might not have
Nobody.
known it, but she watched myself with her, so I'm probably gonna say, go for it, girl, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Now, don't expect me to be the person that after that interaction. It's probably gonna be far in between interactions. It's probably gonna be more of a high in the box.
I
Hey,
guess I
look,
guess
that's
we
how
are
Frank
I
said.
guess we are I guess we arguing it. I guess we looking at it or debating it from the wrong angle because
No. We
uh,
debated it perfectly because it's a
well,
forum.
no. What I'm saying is I think that where we've been looking at it from is from the angle of this is you, your guy, and some chick that um, you know does or doesn't owe you any debt of loyalty and how you would feel. But I think the real question was, would it be okay for the nigga in that
I was
scenario?
just gonna say that we don't do enough with checking them because obviously in some form or fashion, while we own this break, he didn't really give two shits about me because he hollered at somebody else. So
It ain't a
obviously,
break, goddamn it. We already said it
Yeah,
wasn't a break.
yeah.
You
and
don't do
obviously,
breaks.
huh?
Look,
We already said what?
It's the
We
breakup.
already
we
said you don't
Oh
do
yeah, it's
don't
a
breaks.
do break.
breakup. But
Hey,
no, hold on. Personally, yes, I would feel foul that if I knew that even if even if he was just dropping me off and he didn't realize that it was somebody who worked with me, I would think after he found out it was because guess what? She gonna tell him, she gonna end up telling him, and I'm definitely gonna end up telling him. So
so how?
I would think, and on top of that, I'm still not gonna want him back, but I'm gonna let him know that's kind of fucked up. After you found out that this chick works with me, you still continue to pursue this.
She was plotting. So, like
But
I
we're
said,
different.
all
Like,
gas, no break.
hold
Look,
on,
that's
though.
My
go
We
ahead.
cousin
don't
Keita
even
is
matter
crazy
no
as
But like
shit.
more.
Keita
This
said,
what
no
y'all
high, no
know.
body, you know what it is, which takes me back to like I might not tell you, I'm not gonna tell you, girl, don't do it. But like I said, your interactions with me are gonna be far in between. You know, like if you
I
had
didn't.
aberrations of hanging out and dealing with me, that probably ain't gonna be the case now.
Y'all got my stomach hurting over here, man. Like I said, all gas, no brakes. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
just
If we
pass
gonna
each
push,
other up with the high and the by
I
and
think
yeah.
forget the small talk. You know,
You-
at this point we just high and we just buy.
I
Look, I
think
got a story for
Because
you.
we keeping it cordial for work so I don't end up in jail.
See, and that's the fear. That's what Frank said earlier. That's the fear because you know you'll touch somebody's soul. You know what I'm saying? How Bernie Mac said to the white meat, right? But that's the test you got to take on how far they step on your toes. Now, I got to. It was a situation with us, right? It was me, K Mac, and C, right? So we in the club, but we always came in there, fifth and Remy or whatever we was doing, and the women used to say, or the guys say, man, y'all come in here, y'all just start the party, right? But all the other women used to say, hey, why y'all never talk to us? We be putting on the show. We was like, you don't pay attention to us, but you got such and such, and we know all their names, and they know us, right? The people at the liquor store know what we drink, right? So even if they want to
Right.
try to impress us, they had to come in and say, oh, let me get that. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. They be like, hi, what you know? It's like, no, this is what they drink. I know who
This
you
is
going
what they
to,
drink,
and
goddammit.
you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's like the people that know what you are. You know what I'm saying? If you in the city for 48 hours and you impactful, right? So no matter what, where you work at, where you show up, if somebody want to be next to you, they're gonna try to position themselves to try to get next to you, whether it's good or bad. So are they there for your downfall, or there to enhance your situation, not by with no money, no house. It's the thing inside of you. And people, you know, during this troubling time right now, people starting to forget about that. It's like, how can I uh get next to this person to enhance my life on all levels? Because I heard, I seen, and I want. But they don't know what they need. That's the whole part of the situations that we dealing with, even on this conversation. I hope people are really listening to what we're trying to say and actually turning up the verbiage on this stuff. Because people come with hate grammar. They're like, well, I see her getting off from work anyway. She on the phone. She don't pay attention to you. I'm saying that to you, Shell. And this woman is murder mouth for you
Right.
in the background with all this hate grammar. It's like, oh, she's always
Right.
smiling, but can you make me smile like that?
Oh,
And
the
this
hate
dude,
be real.
yeah, you
The
know what I'm
hate
saying?
be
So
real.
this dude
Trust.
Peacock is like, you know what? We on the break. But I'm
unnecessary,
like,
but it's real.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
It ain't
nigga,
necessary at all, but it's real. Just like them flyers say.
yeah, you don't get no break from life. It's 24 hours a day if you lucky.
Right. Right. What
You know what I'm saying?
and I feel the same way. That's why I say, if I'm dealing with you and hey, we need to we're not doing no break. Either we're going to talk about this and decide we're gonna try to continue, we're gonna do something, but if we gonna call it a break, hey come I might say yeah, okay, and go with it, but I ain't coming back to no
Yeah.
break.
So
I ain't
Chef,
coming back.
look. So have you
Look, look,
experienced this yet?
look, look, look,
I,
look. If that's what
That's
you
how look,
if
that's how
that's
you
what
get
you want
side
to do,
babies.
if that's what you want to do, go with it. I'm telling you personally, I don't do breaks, but if that's what you want to continue to go, then go off then. Go off then.
oh, so Shell, have you experienced this yet? From I wouldn't say yourself, but your friends that you associate with. I know you got you carry yourself around like upstanding people, right? So it might be the wrong question to ask you, but have anybody experienced yet that has said that, you know what? Y'all girls hang out too much. I want you to change your life. I want you to depend everything you're looking for in life depend on me. Have a man told you that yet? I'm gonna make you happy, sad, you know what I'm saying? All these other little things to go with it. And you don't need those people. Try to separate you from your happiness that when he showed up, you was doing the things that still made you happy. You happy, not
100%.
him.
Yeah, in a relationship to where I was with someone and I was trying to change from going out all the time and stuff like that, and one doesn't really have anything to do with the other, but for the lack of a better phrase, and yes, I did let someone more or less influence me to uh to feel like I didn't really need my friend, and
Mm.
and I and you know I did, and to this day I regret it because what I did was I didn't eat right. I kind of like pull back from that, and even the places that I was hanging and associating with, it was like a 2.5 year gap that I didn't even do those things. And
Woo.
so I would say it was definitely, that definitely has happened to me before. And in the end, I've been gonna lie. In the end, I ended up reconnected with my friends, and I ended up apologizing to them for it. And and basically, what I'm trying to say is that I'll never do it again. If you're gonna accept me, you're gonna accept me with my friends. I would think that I would think that you would think that I have enough self respect for myself not to. I could have friends. I could even have friends that's wild, but it doesn't mean that I have to be. I'm coming home to you at the end of the night. I'm going to a bar. I'm beautiful. I, People holler at me when I walk out my house. That don't mean nothing.
Hey.
You mean the world to me. You are my. I'm coming
Yeah.
home to you. I would hope that would be enough. I'm trying not to give you information that you're hearing in these streets. But even that like that, let's deep dive into that. I had that happen to me before and this was all associated with the same information. When I did stop hanging in those places I was hanging, then yeah, people did trash talk me.
Yeah.
So it was a catch-22 with the whole situation. The reason that I stayed away was a whole lot of reasons that, like why I had to be that chick.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it just be like, okay, Nick trying to do some things and she cool and stuff like that. Why I had to be that chick? Because I was that chick, and and when I did decide to come back on the scene, I had to let go of a lot of
Oh,
stuff
okay.
because it was just a bad situation anyway. But I had to let go of some stuff. If I was going to put myself in a position that I was going to actually see those people, then I had to put myself in a situation to be like, you know what, I'm accept some things, bygones and bygones, and I'm gonna try like to move on and not like hold on to that because I was a lot of people that did come back because I confronted them. I confronted like at least 3 men. I was like, look, I'm gonna just be real with you. You had kind of said some stuff that rubbed me the wrong way about me, and I really didn't appreciate it because I thought we was better than that. Now, as a woman, I do understand the reason that it happened, in which I tried to tell this fool I was with at the time. I was like, you do realize that people, if people talking about me like that, could it be that they might want this?
Oh, yeah, well,
See, that's
that's the whole thing.
like
Could it be? Because I need you to see the forest from the trees. I need you to realize when sometimes people just want to be in your place be in your place for lack of a better phrase.
Well, that's one of the things that as men, again, like I said, the three of us, we're different kind of men than a lot of men that you might know in your life, and so I think what it is with us is that um, you never kind of want to be in a situation, or you never want to be looked at as how can I say it? You never want to be looked at as the motherfucker that's tripping, or
Hmm.
not appreciating the position that you're in, right? And
Mhm.
appreciating the person that you're with, right?
Right.
So a lot of times we do a lot of things you guys wouldn't um, that you guys wouldn't expect. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so the response, you know what I'm saying, that that you get, from the person that you're in a relationship with is something different than what it was that you were expecting us as men and shit, right? Because we look at things from a certain angle, and I just think that a lot of times you guys just don't understand that you have a tendency to look at us or the guy that you with from the same position that you would look at yourself, or even better, the same position that you would look from your homegirl, or if you was in a relationship with a woman.
Mhm.
Like, what would I do if I was
Hmm.
this nigga? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then when you get that same response that you would do, then you is some kind of way we ain't doing what the fuck we supposed to do. But we niggas, we men. You know
if
what I'm saying? And so the
Well,
response that we're going to have and the way that we look at things and the loyalty, you know what I'm saying, what we consider loyalty and what we consider to be, what is the word that I'm looking for? Acceptable behavior from from men of stature, right? It's
Yeah.
not always the same thing that you, as the person in the relationship, expects.
and
That
don't get
make
me
any sense?
wrong,
Here's
women do it, but I think women do it more of in a different form. I may be like, oh, okay, girl,
Get him, Frank.
you know,
Let's see what you.
but that's where I'm gonna end it. It's just like in me. I'm not like I said. Who am I to stand in a way? And on top of that, I just might not want you to know that I kill that fucking butt. But again, I think but there's a difference between Mars and Venus and Mars. We already know that.
Yeah.
Hey, we know that. That's why we're doing it. But yeah, I just think that I like I said, I'm not. I know women who do it in a very boisterous way, and I know women who are very more passive with that. I would probably say I'm more
Passive,
passive.
passive aggressive or
I,
passive?
no, just passive as in okay, you
Oh.
fucking with me, you fucking with me.
if
So
friend
like they walk off and go buy me another drink or some shit like that. but
Go ahead, Frank.
but I mean, but hopefully, what Keena said, you can't take my dude, you can't take my dude, but you ain't me. He gonna give you the same, yeah, he gonna give
Yeah.
you the same response, right, right.
Go ahead, Frank.
But
if
like
the
yeah, like I said, I think that I don't think that it. I'm not gonna say because I don't want you to think that I think that men are the only people that do that. It's
Oh no, no,
women
no,
do,
no.
but it's just kind of like in a more, I would say, more subtle type of fashion.
Go ahead, Frank.
I was gonna say if the friend is a dude that I don't know, then I'm tripping. I was
Oh my god,
like,
yeah. I'm talking about.
that shit, nigga.
You on one?
That,
My
like,
nigga say you on 1, 2,
fuck that.
and 3.
But other than that, it's fine. Like, if you have friends coming into the terms, your homegirls and all that shit, nigga, don't stop fucking with your people. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. But all the other
But
shit is up, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that.
but that's like we were saying the other day. How you cut into the relationship, that's how it's always gonna be. Like for instance, that we come from a life where we have, what I'm saying, multiple of people in the house, you know, upwards to 7 to 8. But if you went out and did some what we used to call square stuff, and we actually like, you know what, let me stop by the house, and they walk into that situation, now it's a judgment call. Like, what the hell's going on over here? You know what I'm saying? Well, who all live here? And it's like all these questions asking on some different level, trying to size you up and see where you actually try to put them in life. Look, it's no ill intent. This is just my life. That these people work for them, whatever they do. Now you asking questions, but the one important question you ask, what am I made of? What do I bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
all that, and trusting me, I'm gonna stick to it's not a movie script. I'm gonna stick to what my life vibration is. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
if you can't handle that, you know what I'm saying? Kick rocks. Period. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no coming back. Ain't no, I thought about it 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I thought about it when I see you still moving, and I want to be a part of that. But the thing is, the joy comes when inside. And if you're not happy, if you got some toxic energy coming from you, I'm gonna know in less than a presidential debate, and I can't fuck with you then. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Well, how she got a key? How she got a key to your car? Just in case something goes on with, I know that they are loyal and they ain't gonna falter. Like I said, it was situations that we in the club and the women and dudes is like, man, why y'all never pay attention to me, man? I got the drink, I got the thing, and I want to come to one of the parties, but you're not certified to even show up at those things. It's a couple of times we had to kick dudes out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure they still got people talking about why I can't still come back to the skybox. Period.
It's hilarious.
But to bring it
It's
back to
like
the original question, Keith, I'm gonna have to say that no, I'm gonna stand firm on that. No, again, like I said, the ends just don't justify the means. And again, it can be something very innocent, but once you find out the information, you have to make that decision here and there. I, personally was, in a relationship with someone, and maybe 2 months down the line, I found out that, I had dealt with his cousin in the past, and not just his cousin, his first cousin. and and when I meet and but they didn't hang, and stuff like that. And this was more of a person I dealt with after hours, if that makes sense. So you will leave it like that.
Okay. Okay.
We'll leave it like that.
Yeah,
We're
we
just gonna
gonna
leave
leave
it
it
like
like
that. But
Hey, she got
I
our
feel
blood. She got our blood.
but I feel
that.
like I did do justice when I did find out. I immediately went home. I immediately had the conversation and said, "Hey, I think I might have had relations with your cousin back in the days." At this point, it had probably been over at least a year and a half since that. But I did I did come forward with that. I did do that. Yeah, Tina
But
hookup.
wait though,
Yeah.
But my sister, boy,
Bill
right.
Bellamy.
But
Bill
hold on.
Bellamy.
But I did come forward with that piece of information. I just said, now what do you want to do from here?
You gave him an option?
but did you
I regretted for not making the decision to walk
did you
away
know that
because
was his cousin when you did it?
no. Like I said, I found out
Yeah,
maybe
nigga, you
two
didn't
months
know.
into. Hold on, hold on,
No.
fellas. This is
Comedy
bringing it back to
Central
the
right
point
there.
to
They
why I
both was
said
trash.
that it can start out
That's
innocently.
what I'm saying though,
Hold
man.
on,
The
y'all.
world is
Listen.
small. The motherfuckers in your area. You know what I'm saying? You need to
Right.
know this shit.
Hold up. Again, it's bringing it back to the point to why I say that yes, you can be a innocent bystander in a situation, but what you do with the information is very pivotal at that point. What I should have done and what I regret not doing is just making a decision and say, hey, I used to mess with your cousin, and I'm not gonna do this. We need to. I kind of gave him the choice, and he said that, hey, that had been enough time passed, and he was cool with that. Oh no, I regretted that shit because, like you said, Nick, it becomes the unawkward situation. You you have family reunions, you have
Mhm.
get-togethers, you have all that stuff that comes into play. You have eating at grandma's house on Sunday.
Yeah.
All that shit comes into play. And on top of that, they could swear up and down that they're not gonna throw the situation in your face. But again, it was thrown in my face, and it was thrown in my face. I would probably say 3/4 of the relationship. So
Oh.
if I had that to do it all over again, I would have walked at that moment. No matter what I might have thought about that person, because I kind of think that at that, like I said, at that point we might have been 3 or 4 months in. I'm gonna take my L on that because I know what it was like to go through that, and you can't. Ain't enough money in the world for you to promise me you ain't gonna throw that shit in my face again. Again, it's when the more you know, the more you grow.
Yeah, but that
So
goes
this is the
what Mac was saying. It'd be two other motherfuckers in the room, like, yeah, but
yes.
all that, like, you
But
don't want to be that woman. You know what I'm saying? You want to be that woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
but Shell,
So like I
but Shell,
said, the
just like
more
we
you
had
know, the more
said,
you grow. Go ahead, baby.
but just like we said the other day, right? It's
Mhm.
it's no losses, it's only lessons, right? Yeah, I think if
Exactly.
a lot of people come to that sense of awareness and that mind thought and put that in perspective, said they'll view a whole lot of things different, right? Because you haven't did anything wrong as a woman, right? You haven't did nothing that no normal human being would have done. It's not your fault that you fly and you know what I'm saying, you attract. You don't want to attract flies, you want to attract something that's motherfucking tight. You know what I'm saying? And nobody needs to be shitting on you. So that that's the one. If people want to live
Yeah.
in the pigsty with that, taking you out of your comfort zone like you did something wrong. No, you just wasn't there at the time that I was moving and I was a little fly. Now I was getting it out the mud. Now you want all the finished product. You know what I'm saying? You want to get to the destination before you go on the journey. And fuck that weak motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It can stand up
Right.
to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was an honest woman and try to be heartfelt, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you was a scandalous ass broad, you would have just kept on pushing like that. It played both of them. Both of them have been paying your rent. I know some women like that.
No, but
For
yeah, I
real.
understand separating the good shit because at the end of the day, you don't want to be like she was saying, caught up in them awkward situations.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's awkward for them. They're awkward for her because they don't have to
Well,
have
no,
no
it's awkward
conversation.
for her too.
Hey,
It's awkward for
she's
her
the one
too.
talked about. At the end of
Yeah,
the
it
day,
was, and it was awkward, and I will admit, and I'll admit, truth be told, uh, the parties at hand, we had kind of got to the point to where it was at least applicable to be in the same situation, as to be in the same, same areas with each other. Like it wasn't no, okay, I'm gonna sit on this side of the room, I'm gonna sit on that side of the room. At least we tried to make the best of a very, very hard and bad situation, and stuff like that. It's
Mm.
like it could be. But again, you know, I always knew that it was gonna be extra harder for me at home after the event. Like
But you,
as much as I tried to be like, hey babe, or try to be more attentive to your needs, or try not to be too chummy, try not to laugh too much at somebody else's jokes. I tried to be more for you. It never really panned out right. And again, this is just my personal situation on that. So again, I'd have to say that, like I said, I was trying to be the bigger person in the situation. I thought you was the big person in the situation, but it just didn't. And again, that's not now that's a trigger for me. So again, doing this podcast, like I said, that's a trigger for me now. If I know that tidbit of information, we just cool. That's one thing. But once we kind of start elevating or something like that, then yeah, it's something to be talked about because this shit could go real bad real quick. And a
real
woman, yeah, the last
but
thing you want to be considered a hoe in these streets, especially when you don't feel like you want. Because let's be honest, that double standard shit, y'all, people say that it's not a double standard, but that shit still exists. Women still can't do the shit that men do and actually get away with it and not be labeled. I don't give a shit what either of y'all say. It's still not acceptable. Even
Well,
though y'all say it's all good, it's not acceptable. It's still not acceptable. And I'm not gonna lie. I guess maybe I'm not that evolved yet because I personally still feel like I don't want to be judged like that.
I absolutely agree with you, right? I think that there is double standard. I think that um,
And Keela, yes, I do agree with you. The hoes be winning. They get their bills paid, getting condos, dudes paying for all their kids' tuitions to private schools. I'm struggling. I can't even get you to cash out me $20 to help me out. Hell, I'm on disability right now. I
oh
agree,
man,
Keith. I agree. Carry on, Keith.
we lost them.
It's real.
no, I'm here. I'm here.
Hate women. Fuck, I ain't. I'm not.
I forgot what the hell I was saying.
So we were talking about double
That
standard. I was
Tito's?
talking about being judged, and I was like, I'm not
Oh.
there yet.
So yeah. I do believe that there is a double standard when it comes to women doing the same things that men do, and then being judged a little bit differently. I think that the standard argument is that men are given a plaque and women are called hoes, and I think that is unfair. But what I also think is that that idea is in the public consciousness rather than what's actual, right? Because
Yeah,
I think that
know
in
what you
real
say.
life, right, niggas might talk that shit when we're in female company, but we don't give a shit.
right.
Exactly.
Here's my
Period.
thing though. Even in that fact, right? You have a whole lot of dudes that really carry themselves to a higher standard. Like my man King Fish over there, for example. He's an oak. Goddamn.
Cold freak.
Put it out there.
All of that shit don't matter if it's crossing lines. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna cross this line. And you have more
That's what
niggas
it is.
that are on that square than motherfuckers
Yeah.
who think they are. Not all niggas is hoes like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
That's real talk. You
You know what I'm
again,
saying?
it goes back to what I was saying about people having a particular impression of me just because of the specific lifestyle that I've led, and then you make you make assumptions, right? And like the biggest assumption is because I've had a whole bunch of, not even a whole bunch, but I've had women in my life who don't mind us having women in our life. And so niggas kind of look at that as me being, kind of a slave to, some sexual shit, some shit like that. But it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that at all. As a matter of fact, when it comes to sexual shit, I draw a whole bunch of lines in the sand because,
Period.
I'm very, very moral before I am anything about trying to satisfy some carnal fucking needs or desires on my own, right? It doesn't mean that I'm not a man, I'm some fucking nun or some monk or some shit like that, and I don't have the same sexual desires as other motherfuckers. But what it means is that I'm able to kind of look at that shit as it's happening and make a conscious decision between what's right and what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I still want to blow your back out, but you my niggas baby mama, so you know how big your ass was, right? So I ain't fucking
I
with
be
you.
on,
It is what
look,
it is.
your famous line, man. I'll be on the sabbaticals, years at a time. You know
Real
what I'm
talk.
saying? So the thing is, right? I always say, what's beyond the dick and the pussy? You know what I'm saying? What are you made of after that? Because you know, that's that little bit of pleasure. But what we're gonna do? How we gonna eat? What are we made of after that? And like you said, we carry ourselves as in another standard because that's the way we was raised, right? So we don't never falter from that because we know it comes with detrimental situations. Now, to ask of a person to say, hey, this is where I'm at in my life and this is what I'm moving towards. Can you handle that? Let me know. I'm not going to waste my time. So you're not going to get
Right.
to this or get to that, period. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm going to be all kind of names or whatever, but I don't have to give up my goods. You know what I'm saying? And if I do give up my goods and you happen to switch up, if I get tricked into it, I was not tricked into it, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the one part where I don't have no regret. All I'm gonna hear is why you don't call me no more. I ain't get well. Why you asking yourself these questions? You know what you did. I'm not here to entertain your conversation from this day forward. It is what it is,
That's what I'm
But
talking
when
about.
they
Look,
actually try to
Well,
when they
I'm
try
gonna
to
say
break you
this.
down for them,
Keep talking
huh?
about, come on, Keith, high
I'm gonna
morals.
say this,
Hell
and
yeah,
I'm
high
gonna
morals.
always say this,
That's
and I think
Oh
you
yeah,
can
Hey,
high
kind
morals
of
in a
relate that
man, Fish is
to
an
the
oak,
thing.
bro. I don't think you understand. This nigga's moral.
Right.
He
I'm
means
telling you, look, I'm telling you, it is because of the lifestyle that is projected upon the public, right? Like niggas that
yeah.
be in my life on the everyday that know how I get down. Like,
Mhm.
Shell, you have no idea
No
what we're talking
idea.
about, right?
It's
But you
only
do look, but you do, but you don't, right? But it
Right.
don't matter, right? The
Right.
whole thing is when it comes down to a moral obligation
Mhm.
versus a personal choice,
Right.
I'm always going to err on the side of the moral obligation, even if it costs me personally. And that's what Frank is saying when he says, yeah, my nigga Fish is an oak. Like,
Right.
for real, right? I've been put in some real situations where the average nigga would be like, shit.
yeah.
And she got ass too, nigga. I'm fixing to
I know
knock
for a
that
fact.
back.
Facaronis.
And guess what? I'm most niggas, right? But at the same right, but at the same time, right? You know what I'm saying? I am me, so it always kind of comes down to that dilemma. And when it comes down to that dilemma, I always err on the side of fuck my personal gratification. It's all about what the fuck is my nigga gonna think? Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Is my nigga gonna think that I was such a slave to the coochie? You know what I'm saying? That I
Mhm.
could, like, what if this nigga did trip?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, remember I said that as a
Oh,
nigga, you got an obligation to outwardly not trip. You even got an obligation to tell a nigga, hey, look, man, trying to fuck with old girl, man, I ain't tripping. Whether
He
you
do
tripping or
say
not.
you got morals. You got to stand for something. He said, my cousin
Yeah.
out here standing on something.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're blinded by the booty and all the stuff. When you take that cake mix off, when you take all that foundation and makeup off, who is the person behind that? I know the
Right.
person
Yeah, right,
behind
dude.
it. You know what I'm saying? I know
Like
the
I
person
said,
behind it. Now you signing up for it because she's looking like this right now. Oh, you just don't know. But this is what he's saying. That morally we stand on, we know women are the carrier and producers of life. So we got that respect level to that part because they got to carry on. Now, if I have a seed from that situation, and you see how I'm still rolling because I have the moral responsibility to, hey, go ahead, woman, go do what you do, right? I got this little one. I got this little entity that I'm gonna sit here. We babysit around this motherfucker, right? But some women take that for weakness. But we gather around that whole thing for growing in life. You know what I'm saying? It's way past the pussy and the dick. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't get that. It's only gonna
I
work
think
for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
you
It's
got
only
to
gonna
be
work for
able
a
to look
little
at
while.
yourself. Yeah, you have to be able
Yeah.
to be like, you got to be able to be like, look, like, because most people, you are your biggest judgment. So you have to be able to. I think you got to be able to look at yourself. And like I said, if you have a situation where I'm just messing with my screen. You got a
Yeah.
situation where, I guess all parties involved are really, well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say that. So we got a situation with me and you have talked about it and we've talked about it and we decided this is what we're going to do. No, to me, you don't get a chance to throw that shit in my face again like that. And
Yeah.
like I said, you don't get a chance to do that again to me like that because guess what? We talked about it and we made the decision that we wasn't gonna walk away. And you said that we was gonna be good with this. When I initiated the fact that hey, maybe we should just walk away from this. You don't get the you don't that don't get to be my judgment every day in life. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all have a past. Now, I'm not gonna walk up to you and tell me to air your past, but I definitely can accept you with a past
Yeah.
because we
But
all got past.
the thing is, I don't argue or anything or
He's
raise my
stupid.
voice, right? The thing is that uh, it's a waste of time to even argue the points on all of that stuff, right? Because the thing is, it's like I'm gonna keep it moving, and it's like you got a problem with me not arguing about it. Ask a question. Oh, it's like that right now. Yeah, we cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But to bring that to the table, it's like I'm not wasting my time with none of that. All that question asking and shit, nigga. I have no discrepancy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or out of that. But it's like if you willing to jeopardize all the stuff that we have built, because we have to still move around it, whatever the little community that we in, or the community. Not knowing it's 100 niggas behind you, right? Then you can't come back later on and say, man, why you didn't warn me about what you was already campaigning, stepped up in front, put the right arm out and stepped in front of me. It's like my turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And like K Mac
Yeah.
said, that when when you don't have to argue about nothing and you tell people that's just the way it is and that's how this is where it is, like you
Mhm.
never have to step up and fight for something that's not worthy of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Shell?
I
So the thing
definitely
is,
get
all the explanation, all the explaining that you do, all the reasons why other people justify why they got to treat you like that and why it went wrong.
that.
Miss with that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
who's the official in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's the official in it? Because you're gonna go back and forth wasting time. Period. K
Right.
Mac taught me that. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to argue. You don't have to slam no doors. You don't have to do none of that to get your point across. Look, this the way it is. I love you. I respect you. If we got to move on, then so be it. So don't come back later on and talking about asking questions about we went about it the wrong way. It's gonna be they're trying to do the same actions. They can expect different results. But like I
And
tell you,
most importantly, we ain't going on no break. Nigga, if you gonna break,
yeah,
break.
all gas, no break. All gas, no break. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
no break?
If we can't have
You
that,
ain't gonna
you
come
know what
back
I'm
to
saying?
me and tell me what I did on my break. Oh yeah, she got pregnant on our break. Nah, if you gonna do a break, you breaking by yourself. What I'm gonna say is, okay.
I was like, what kind of short term contract is that shit?
Yeah, we ain't doing no
It's like
breaks in this.
contracting.
We talking about things. We either working it out, or we gonna keep it moving. But what we ain't doing is no break.
Thank you for
That's right.
sharing that with us because I had no perspective of that right there. You know what I'm saying?
Frank, you
And
was trying
thank
to
you,
say
sis.
something?
No, I was just gonna say on some real shit though. If you're dealing with a cat that keep bringing up some bullshit like that, and using that shit as an excuse,
Yeah.
that nigga ain't trying to be around you like that. The nigga using that shit as an excuse to piss you off, or as an excuse to keep you in a badass energy. Period. Point blank.
Well, you know, Frank, just to give you some clarity on this information, I agree with you on that because then I found out later that yes, he was cheating on
That's what
me.
I'm saying. That's what I'm telling
So yeah, you're right. He
you.
ain't really want to
Hey,
be with me like that.
but he
And I get
forgot you got big Cedric out there, you got little Cedric, you got low, you got a whole
right.
Can't take.
All right. Right.
I don't know if he ever like
But
Cousin
that's
Phil said,
okay
did
though,
they
because
pass
guess
muster?
what? They can all miss us when this podcast take off.
They know who
Real
they
talk.
is.
Real talk.
But
Real fucking
from
talk.
Tahiti,
Goddamn it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
How you
And that's the
doing?
thing.
Bye. Goddamn it.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Catch me
Mm.
moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here go the link. Goddamn it.
Mm-mm.
Oh
Here go
yeah.
the link.
Right. He's gonna leave.
Come on,
Here go
nigga.
the link. You can hear about
Through the
yourself
pond.
online. Goddamn
Hey,
it. You can hear about yourself online.
that quick chat. What is it called? That hot chat or whatever, nigga.
Right. Jump your ass up in the chat.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Jump your ass up in the super
Right.
chat.
she
No,
said
hold on.
narcissist.
Better yet, you can be our next hot topic.
Right.
Who? K-Mac?
What's up,
You talking
baby
about
boy?
K-Mac? I said, she said
No.
narcissistic. I would call it covert because
Good.
they hid it from you the whole time.
Good.
Right.
Oh, I'm most definitely narcissistic,
I
but I
am.
don't think
Not
she was
you.
talking about me.
That's in me though.
No,
No
no, I'm
bit.
talking about
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. She was talking to Shell. She was like,
Oh
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
Yeah.
She was talking about the guy I was dealing with. Yeah, yeah. She
Yeah.
definitely
yeah.
said that.
But
And I said,
shit,
I think it was
No, but there's
covert.
different there's
and
levels to that shit too though, because that's
goddamn right. Because I'll be the first to admit it,
yeah, that's
that
different.
What?
I'm low key narcissistic, but you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that faith and that belief in yourself before anybody else in order for you to accomplish anything. If you
It's called
put all your
confidence.
faith in, if you
Oh, you're full of that.
I got confidence, but
That.
look, let me tell you.
Ain't
And
no
I'm not gonna
narcissistic.
lie, we all human. Some days we got good days, some days we have bad days. Some days my confidence
Of
is
course.
on 1,000, and then some
Nah,
days
fuck
I
that.
just
Yeah, I'm always
Fuck
yeah,
that.
I just hold on. I forgot. I'm dealing with some
I'm
McLean
on
men.
like the sun.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm with the fuck shit all the way around. I think I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? I
I
am.
forgot my
Nigga,
cousins, some
look,
real ones out here.
let me tell you, right? I'm gonna keep it all the way real. It's my movie, right? Yeah, everybody else got a motherfucking co-star fucking position and shit, right? That don't mean that you any less important. Because I can't do the movie by my goddamn self. But make no mistake about it, I'm the star of this bitch, right? Now, when you're looking at it from your point of view, you the star, right? We in the same goddamn scene, right? We just got two different cameras. But from this camera right here, I'm the motherfucking star. And I don't give three shits about what the next motherfucker think about it, especially somebody that got to
Period.
wake up in the morning in my motherfucking bed, right?
Right.
As long as you waking up in my motherfucking bed and I ain't waking up in yours, I'm the narcissist in the goddamn picture. Period.
Oh.
All about me, and we're gonna work on making some shit about you. And
Right.
I don't give a
Hey.
damn. It's what it
Hey,
is.
but
I'm
you
walk around me.
you
That's how that go.
you just clicked something in my mind. It was this one lady asked me, she said, damn, you know how to cook, clean. I come over every day, cool, bed made, no stuff in the corner. She said, well, damn, what a woman like me supposed to do? You got everything covered. I'm like, damn, you just take yourself out the game like that? Like,
I
Right.
like
you know what I'm saying? She's like, well, if I
shit,
get
it's
mad
time
at
to
you,
be
I can't
innovative.
Right.
look,
What
if I get
Shit.
look,
Why
if I
don't you
get mad at you,
figure your spot out?
look, if I get mad at you, I can't kick you out because you got your own shit. Damn. I'm like, what part of the game is that? You know what I'm saying? You too strong to have your own shit these days? Man, that right there kind of threw me for a loop. I can't even kick you out because you got your own shit. Wow. I don't know, Shell. That one was kind of tough on me because I was like, wow, I can't even. I can't.
All the picture ass
Well, you know what?
You
I'm
can't wait to get you in there, y'all.
just
I'm
touching
doing
based
fuck
on just that
tune in and call me back.
I think what she probably was meaning was that, are you going to are you going to allow me to be a woman, to come in and to kind of do those things? Again, that's part of the narcissistic nature that, that's like a man with a child, like you come into their life and, okay, well, I'll use me for example. I don't have any kids, so, if I gravitate towards you and you have kids, I would like, I'm a Cancer. Cancers are nurturers. So
Damn right.
we're built to want to take care. I'm gonna say that one more time. We're built to want to take care. So if I'm trying and you don't allow me, then I feel like this probably not gonna go very far. I'm not trying to be somebody's mother, but what I am saying is that if I love you, you an entity. If I love you, then they're an entity of you. So I love them too. So I still think what she was trying to say is that, hey, you know, she sounds like a person who's used to taking care of people. So she probably was like, okay, well, can I cook sometimes? Like if I'm here, can I tidy up for you sometimes? It depends on where y'all was in that relationship. But it sounds like she was just saying that you're very used to living a single life and that she can tell that. And it sounds like she was just asking you for, will you allow her to be a woman in your life?
So I don't know if I was the asshole, but I was like, look,
Shut up,
it's
Tia.
here, right
Tia
here. I don't
sounds-
no. So the thing is, I was like, you do what you capable of doing, no more, no less. I'm never gonna grade you on anything.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? Then I said, you know what, said if you're gonna break, so it's not enough Kool-Aid up in there. So if you show with a bag of groceries, I ain't gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? You don't need
Do
me
what you
to,
do.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't need me
And I
to
just
try to
think that,
guide you in
you
life.
know what? She just wanted you to give her that out, which really, she should have just took initiative and just did the thing. She should have just been like, hey, when I come by your house, I'm making spaghetti. And then leave
Okay,
error
yeah,
for you to
that's
be
what
like,
I'm
oh,
talking about.
okay, well,
First of all,
make
don't make no
spaghetti,
goddamn
you
spaghetti.
And
Listen,
because I
Start
don't eat
there.
everybody's food.
They don't,
I
they don't
don't
be
eat
fucking
everybody's
around
food.
like that.
yo,
And damn
You
sure
from
don't eat
Louisiana?
everybody's spaghetti.
I think that was
it
a
sounds
test.
like, it sounds like she was
yo,
justified to saying what she was saying.
No. I say that's you dropped the Louisiana thing on with the spaghetti. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry.
no, but we
Spaghetti
gonna
might have
No,
been a
no.
better
But
example.
second of
Maybe she
all,
try to
wanted to
gloss
make
over that shit
lasagna
like
across the
you try to gloss over that shit like you ain't got
yeah.
no fucking roots.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all the way gamed up, baby. I'm all the way gamed up. Right? So the thing is, right? So my main point is, Shell, it's like if people show up and be their true self, whatever
Mhm.
they gotta be, it don't take that much to keep somebody. You know what it takes? A person that want to be kept. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if you make excuses not to be kept and you find everything freaking wrong with every step that I take, it's got to be a problem because I didn't come at you like that. You know what I'm saying? If I offer a thing of, I say like this, my inner peace is non-negotiable, right? Whatever my inner peace is, you cannot even begin to unlock that Pandora's box of whatever it is. Now, show up and be yourself. What are you made of? And I tell you what, because good people are made up of good people, you know what I'm saying? We are blessed to be here and still give a voice and understand that. But it's the easiest thing to figure out. But you try to put the 2 on the 10 because all the examples in front of you has been up to that point till you ran across me that
right,
I'm totally different.
right.
Well,
Period.
like I
You know what
said,
I'm saying?
and it tied into date number 6, you gotta stay away from people who make you feel like your personal best isn't good enough. Because again, them ain't your
Yeah.
people.
And I think the thing is actually start healing. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it reached to these people that's listening to us. If you ever in a situation, don't go into yourself, believe in yourself. Believe the person that you are. You know what I'm saying? You prepare, you get that table
Indeed.
and let people in, you cool. Bring the ingredients. If it ain't seasoned, you ain't sneezing, right? That's what I'm saying.
I so
Yeah,
love my cousin Keena.
the key to integration is A, acceptance, be being yourself. If motherfucker can't accept you for you, then you don't need to be integrated in their system. Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank, man.
So Frank, would you say people are trying to mold you what they want you to be and not what you need to be? That's what you saying, Frank?
I am who I am. I ain't gonna be nothing but this, nigga. Right here.
Okay. All right, I got you.
And
I
this is
know
what
for a fact I
you
did with you.
You can't mold me. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna drink the same drink. I might switch it up from a little light to dark. And I still don't like no ice. I like it in the freezer because alcohol don't freeze.
That nigga ain't switching from dark to nothing.
Nothing, right.
Oh, well, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
You can't set me for me, then that's some
Let that
bullshit.
be known.
Yeah. Now
But
I still
back
drink
to
every
the-
day.
So
We got 10-minute countdown, y'all.
All right.
And the thing is, right, I love it, man, because now we're getting comfortable at actually giving the truth, our true selves to people, right? So I'm happy that we are growing, that we take the opportunity to get on this and actually speak the truth about how normal people live. I wouldn't consider ourselves normal, but it's damn near close. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all. Thank y'all for this because it actually got me out my slump because I've been hitting away for 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Just on trying to get myself right with the news that I got through all this shit. And got beat up by K-Mac over the phone. And he came to visit one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And, you know,
yeah. Just on some all the way transparency shit. I've been on this nigga about doing a podcast, a live stream, something, right, for a while, right? And all of a sudden, like, this ain't the first shit we did. We did some
no,
fishy
y'all was
shit.
hooks and crooks, nigga.
Right. We did some
Really?
fishy shit. We did some weed shit. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, this nigga gonna call me out of nowhere, right? Talked about, yeah, man, woo woo, and what's going on with the podcast and this, that, and that.
I just hung up
like,
on
hey,
you.
but the
Man,
thing was, it
what
never
you
went in my mind, right? It was no time that had passed between this because it was still how we show up is how we show up. Ain't gonna be no. It's like no time never passed. So I'm like, hey, yeah, nigga, you thought about that? Then be transparent. He called. I was like, man, you might have to do that by yourself, man. I don't have no internet out here. He's like, what the fuck you mean? Nah, nigga, me, you, Frank, and no. All right, nigga, well, whatever. You gotta go. You gotta go. I gotta go. All right. I was like, damn. The next thing you know, boom, here we are. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for sharing and let me share my life and you know and speak the truth in all of our perspectives. So I'm proud of all y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got to get up on my little internet thing because I had to go find 8 different spots. How about that?
Look,
No, we working on that though, bro, for sure.
the shit is live at 5, so whatever it is what it is, period, right? If you're going through some internet challenges, then that's what it is. If you're going through some lighting shit, if you got kids in the background, if you got, you know what I'm saying,
Ass whoopings going on.
right, ass whoopings going on, whatever the fuck.
But you know, I get super excited. Look, and look, I learned how to sit still because that's one thing about me. I don't sit still. It's I always got to go. I'm always up running. I be up, different spots. So yeah, I'm happy that you know what I'm saying, I'm in the little stable thing. So thank y'all.
Well, I
for
am very
real.
grateful for this forum. You know, it's very therapeutic. You know, we're talking about things, we're talking about real life. We always start on one topic, but we always end up veering somewhere else. And I like that. I like the spontaneity of it. I like the fact that we just not like we're not just being closed minded. We're trying to answer questions from our perspective. You know, I'm not telling you wrong. You're not telling me I'm wrong. And you know, like I say, you know, we kind of come at it from 4 different points of view and stuff
Right.
like that. So I think that we're gonna take off with this. I think it's good. I just think that we just keep on being authentic. We're gonna be okay. I think it. You know, hey, we good in the hood.
Yes,
Right.
man.
I think that like I was telling Frank yesterday and a little earlier today, you know, they have a couple of different platforms that's similar to ours, right? But the difference between us and them is that we don't rely on that dynamic of there being some conflict between any of the regulars. You know what I'm saying? We all love one another. You know what I'm saying? We all got history. We all family. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all about respecting, everybody's point of view in terms of, it don't matter if Shell from the woman's point of view thinks something different from me from the male chauvinistic point of view. We ain't even got into that yet. But I think that what it is that we all got love for one another and shit, right? And we don't rely upon there being no conflict. So, and also that we stream to two different platforms at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying? We kind of relying on our Facebook friends to come over to YouTube and follow us.
Subscribe and like.
Right.
And
Oh
subscribe.
yeah.
But listen, I have to say this. I believe it's a beautiful thing because I believe that when we do our thing, we all look for the jewels in one another as opposed to, sifting through the bullshit just to find the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like we shoot what we shoot to get the best out of each other and actually find some type of, solutions to whatever conversation that we're having, actual a common place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we people to where it ain't no negativity at the end of it, And that's a good thing about what we got going on, man. It's always about the betterment of it.
Ken,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're having a good time, baby. And let me tell you, I really appreciate the support. You've been here from episode 1.
Interaction.
Interacting with us.
Love
and
it.
This is what we're looking for. We're looking for interaction between our friends and our families and the people that we have with us on Facebook, and to project that shit over to YouTube so that we can try to monetize the shit.
Because
We
it's a
ain't
lot of us, man. We can all get what we got to get out. It's a lot of us. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
We
saying?
didn't even
Look,
bring
y'all.
Ronald Mack in yet.
And look, y'all, I want to apologize. Yes, we did go 2 complete hours tonight, but it was well worth it. We got off
Oh hell
ourselves.
yeah. I'm cool.
That's just it. We had the time to dedicate to it. If you could have stayed on, that's fine. If not, it is 9, so we're gonna go ahead and try to wrap it up. But I just want to shout out Mikelin Moore for interacting. My brother Duke, which is Damon Moore, he was interacting. And of course, my sister Tina, she's always interacting. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for going on. Thank y'all for watching. And again, we always going to post those YouTube links. Please, please, please like and subscribe.
Take it to the tube, man. YouTube.
that is right.
That's what I'm talking about.
And don't hesitate to comment on the replay because we get to see that too, right? When you comment on the replays, it shows up in the comments, and we appreciate all the interaction and all the views and everything. I just want you guys to know, as the audience, not really the audience, you guys are participants as well, right? Because we have the ability to bring you guys in on the podcast. I don't have no problem sending you the link. We can have 10 people in here at the same time. So don't hesitate to hit us up in the comments and let us know that you want to come on and give us your opinion. This whole thing is not about us. It's about us as a whole community, a whole family of people, right? And that's why we simulcast on YouTube as well as Facebook. Facebook is just a link for us to get all of our people from all 4 of our pages interacting with us as a unit.
So
and then broadcast that, right? And we broadcast that on YouTube. And you being participant or participating in the YouTube side of things, you know what I'm saying? It's cool as shit too, because you don't have to depend on Facebook. You can link in on the YouTube. We have the link up. It's live as well in real time. All your comments, everything will come up, and we can bring you in from the YouTube as well. So we appreciate all the participation from everybody, as well as I appreciate the participation of my piranhas. I love y'all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Love
You know
y'all.
what I'm saying? Love y'all. It's like talking under a tree. Look, we gather around a tree and get the fruits. You know what I'm saying? And actually drop this nutritional bar of opening up our mind. That's the whole shit. So everybody come on in. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have a cup in my hand. Everybody else got Tito's and you know what I'm saying, and all the rest of that stuff. And I need some Remy, you know what I'm saying, out the freezer one of these days. You know what I'm saying? I like it. That Nick shit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that Nick shit,
Hey,
y'all. Don't play with me.
All
hey,
right,
hey, but
y'all.
we didn't. All right, we'll holler at y'all in a minute.
All right, I love you guys
All right,
and love
love
you
you too,
guys
man.
too out in the audience.
Thank y'all. See y'all tomorrow at 5,
That's right.
7
All right,
Central
peace.
Time.
7
All
Bye.
Central.
right.
Peace.